Yewura Daniel Yao Demelevo.
Attack on me. I find it very interesting. He said he has provided all the evidence to Mr. Domelevo, former Auditor General, and I sat there and I didn't take it, and other people, I was whatever influenced my decision, he doesn't know. I want to put it on record that he provided us with evidence that were fake evidence. It will interest you to know that it is the junior of the Chief Justice, the Judicial Secretary, who appointed the Chief Justice. How is that? Yes, that letter he produced is signed by the Judicial Secretary appointing the Chief Justice. So if you follow the briefing that the Attorney General has been given, a lot of work is going on. When you ask, are you satisfied? I'll say no. I can't see the end of the tunnel, not to talk about the light and the end of the tunnel. I can't see it. I don't see the end of the tunnel before the light, because I know this may continue till there's a change. In fact, the prayer of the corporates and their lawyers is that there should be change in government. Then you hear Nolly Prosecutor and etc. and our money is gone. The procedure that Attorney General currently is using is going to be very difficult. 9 months. 9 months is not small. Before we realize we have finished the term of President Mahama. So I think we have to change the speed at which we are moving and let people gain the confidence that things are moving and moving very fast. It begs one question. Doesn't mean they didn't prepare before coming to office, or they were not ready for winning the election. Because when I look at the quantum of money that we should recover and the speed, the snail speed at which we are moving, I'm like, when are we going to get there?
And yeah, Yewura Daniel Yao Demelevo na ono Auditor General na abadwa kwa wo mhwehwe Chief Justice ayetu na ade so no nsem no na ono so eka ho ebi
na engane Auditor General ne nsem a ode betu dwa ebini abadi nkan to hu din no a no akiri na man santwofo yebo pini ononyamfo ni ayiko otu ne ne bonko bobusa ne sei na ononyamfo Domelevo kafa ho se okra no bra yetoto oba pani ano no enkata bia ode ba na fake eno mu no anu yi a ononyamfo ni otu ede ba ya kire se enye no kre o kire se enkata bia won ede ko panel no anase committee na nimu no na eye krojin sei ne nsamo a ni ayiko otu anu yi ode ma yen.
So what he is doing now is not unwarranted. We brought all this in. They didn't raise these issues. They didn't challenge that it is not true that the matter was not raised again in the management letter. Today, look at him talking about fake. What fake? What fake? I've explained. If what I've told you, you don't understand, fine. But I have told you, leave it to me. Leave it to me. I have exposed him as a liar.
Osemunyansem ni nyina amame munyansem ni nyina amame sane maka no ensam oka nyina no ya atrosem ye de nsem ni nyina beto wanim anyida se ho ka se bia nkrata bia de aba no fake nti ene wanwa yie pa se ode sa nsem yi etodwa wei lawyer ni pani a ogina mu ede ma me tokonu ni ayikwe otu
Osofo ya wohwe adwuma ene apade ensem so Yewura Abdul Rashid Pepto na wode aba betudwa na wa kire se woba se akyerɛkyerɛfo nursefo ene junior doctors bia wo mu akatua akamu akyɛ no a na ebeye na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo ebre so ekwan bone ya ofa so na ofa sa nipa yi adwuma no eno na ho totoye ankoyie no eno na ama akwa ba no se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ene na nado dankwa Akufo-Addo abre so se de nkrata ene ne manema hodo entumi ankoyie no eno nti na bese busumi edu akyerɛkyerɛfo nurses for junior doctors ya wo mo aye adwuma yentumi entua wo mo eka ya akwakofa sansensen aba wakyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ne mu yenko ahoma ne so na yenko enkonkoti.
First of all, it's regrettable that this situation has occurred, and I do feel the pain that people go to work and at the end of the day do not earn what they deserve. But the issue is a culmination of events that took place in the last regime before the present regime took over. People have been engaged to work without due process. For you to work and be paid, you need to have clearance, financial clearance, to show that there's money in the account and you are considered, there's consideration about your being employed, and then you can be paid through the process that we arrange. It didn't happen in this respect. In many many of the instances, they have been employed, they have been asked to work, and they did not prepare to pay them. And we came into government, and the 3-month budget that was prepared and handed over to us did not also take into consideration the baggage that left for us. 12,000 plus people were engaged at the time the last administration knew they had lost the elections. So where did they think that the money was going to come from? And there's a basket that contains everything. It didn't contain the effort to respond to the challenges of non-payment of these efforts. So we are taking it up very seriously. We are working on it, and I can assure the nurses and teachers who are caught up in this process that we are going to respond to them before the end of the year, and it's going to be very soon. It's something we have been working on very, very hard.
And now you could say, I was so for ya was showing you my apade so honorable Rashid Purple.
Nebra yene honorable Rashid Purple eto nkomodie no soa no na ye busa ne se achechefo ya adwuma anesifo ya adwuma o makatu ya mai na mo so asoafo no se mo so mo ya adwuma adwuma katua na sehwe ebi anamunim ye soafo a yene mampani John Dramani Mahama ya adwuma no ese bosumi nkruni nya de ese mufu akra no yakatua yensa aka o kire se enhyehyefufuro bi na aban no aye fa kwan ya ofaso na otua aban adwuma yefo ka na san nhye ni mu no enu nti na aka ho bia ma be na kakra mu ni aban ntimi ntua nipa no bi kan so aba no ba kire se ban no guso aye ntoto ye sane be betimi aboa na san nhye a o ye sane be ya badwuma ni bia beje na katua makwa so na kwa so no eno nso awie pe sei na Dr. Rashid Purple echiremu edechire ye.
If you go through the process to the end, you won't get the money to be paid, even though the approval is given. And that's a major challenge we are facing now. You can say the same with ministers too, but I can tell you, the ministers will tell you they haven't been paid yet. Yeah, there's a problem with all the, you see, if we are able to resolve ours and they cannot resolve theirs, then there's a problem. So it has to be done holistically, so everybody can pay. We are not complaining because I mean it's unusual for you to be complaining, eventually that we are trying to solve, so it's not about the fact that the money is not there right now, but it's about the fact that you want to do it alongside with all the others they are complaining about, so that we just have a completely addressed system.
Yagoya ban mu adwuma efoi ni akoya asoafo ise ko ba siesie ye de na ya nhwe ansiesie adwuma efo ankaye no de a na ye kire se ya ha adwen pa we eye onunyanfo Dr. Rashid Purple.
Fox 97.9 promoto braka sebo ena waso eguso ya wutie na yewura abua Dennis Miracle Abuaje eye aid Emma Kane Mampanin abedi achire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ya sabre so wo presa wo behwe so betu franka ama NPP amanoku mfempi no ene aduonu nsia to aba Emma no na papa yi ade aba betu dwane wo ka kire o Mampanin John Dramani Mahama se sabre galam se kun no akwa ye kase apro atete apansam esen bra na wo mo aban ewo so no eni to Mampanin enya ensem bi odi yiyi na no na won hwese wo betumi atu galam se sosa na atumi aboa ama Ghana galamse ya etu yeni no ni nyina yatumi abre na se wose wo hwe bosome enkono ya wo Mampanin John Dramani Mahama eba betena so no a galamse no asayen sase ni pia proko esene bra na wo mo etia ban mu no eni tinsama wo Mampanin wo opposition bosha wo hweye ese wo ba wo de beka aboa galamse na waye no wo ba research wo man no on share so betimi aye sebe ya onni wo man ehwamo yewura Dennis Miracle Abuaje.
Since the last 4 weeks when we peaked with these agitations, I think they've taken off. I mean, when they asked us for evidence and we took them to the evidence and we showed them, I think indeed, it looks as if they were waiting for the evidence. And now everybody across the country is sending them evidence. People are taking pictures of railway lines. People are showing pictures of pipe-borne water. Like, the entire country is now woke, against Galamsey. And the pressure on them is pressure that they themselves bought. Like, they paid for it. This is not pressure that somebody somewhere, they paid. But this is pressure that they themselves cooked when they were in opposition. and the people are simply serving it to them, except that it's really hot, and they are hoping that it cools down before they eat it. But no, there's no time. Galamsey is a big threat. The impact has tripled. The Galamsey situation has worsened in the past 9 months, and it is one of the reasons why people are alarmed, especially when people had so much hope that this is a government that was coming to change the course of the fight against Galamsey, and they don't see that. That's why people are agitating, and I beg to accept that is the only reason why people are probably mounting fire, because you raise their hopes to a certain point, and they had a certain confidence that you're going to do something extraordinarily different from what the Akufo-Addo government was doing, which you were always criticizing. So if they are not seeing that, they will complain, and that's for me is something that they need to admit.
Yewra Dennis Merakara Bwajeno no ena wose o mampanin ebra obi anibre entinya fe na abesresre bia wo opposition nsama wo kan ye no fa ye adwuma na amanfo ene eda wo so anya sade a ene asori amanfo asori ye no Galamsey kon no obi ani abre e wo so ene ntihwe so ye adwuma na gyan sem bia wo de eyiyi wa no eno
na wo Galamsey ho nkomo a ye beka ya nche bia na tintin video no so yehunu mfoni bie any videos ahodo behunu se Ghana Railway online bia no e watakwa na Mpotem Western Region nipa no bi ebigala no wa tutu railway line no wase a chese na ya sefem sempa nsem iba ye nti kan ho bi ma Western Regional Security Council won to anamo ma safo a won edi sa nyamena sem no won ekokire won ba kire de nsem ni nyina kopie mu watakwa circuit court bra PM pani so nsem no so no wo ye se won fa sa nipa du mienu yi enkokire kukumu na October bosumi ya yewo mu ne de to so bienu mienu won san fa omra na nsem no die no won to aso na bra nsem no ye wie ye wo court no eno mu na nsantwofo yebopini Western Regional Minister Onyanfo Nelson Joseph nene bon ko mobisa ne se Galamsey kon no ompesua ne so anase ompatam mantam ho no anamontuo bei na wutu e de afa ho se ne nsam a Nelson Joseph Regional Minister edito ye ne mu
must follow this case to the point where these ones are put behind bars. So yes, they also make the news public that those who are engaged in these activities will face the full rigors of the law. As we have it, when prosecutions happen and the police are successful, I don't think that the public gets to know about it. So this time, I think that we must make some more effort to let the public know that we arrested these people here engaged in this illegal act. We have been successful at putting them behind bars. So yes, I've said that the Galamseyers are very smart. They've observed the security forces that are engaged in operations occasionally to take them out of the various places where they try their trade. They know that when operations happen, it takes a while for security services to come back. And so they quickly regroup and then go back to site. Through the operations commander for this command, Western Central Command, that they must do to monitor what happens after they've gone on operation and cleared any site of these people who are engaged in this illegality. So I think it's most important so that the message gets to everybody.
Galamsey for no woman ya smart pa send you okoye operation abehwe na wa fa kire omo ya mazanzeu ya be operation dia se nyam ma bi no ma fa kire no ma sa kwakutu galen bi no wa kire se se ya no se ya kire won ya mo hu dawo na afoforo nso hunu se sa Galamsey for no ya kire won no beboa ama Galamsey ne kon no yatimi atu ase we ya Western Regional Minister Onyanfo Joseph Nelson
Fox 97.9 Pramoto Breka Sabo ena waso egusue na awira hosam ya yensa aka afri new adibiase eye kropon ye wo Adansi South Mensimu wo Asante Mantam kire se wo kire ni bia wadi mfie aduasa ensia 36 years ya ye fra no tie fresh ofore amanfo sabre washe adane enso ewo na brabo mu ya wonka atiasefo ehu ebiemu na ena anope ya ankura mpofo wiase ehu so no ye sori su ya ye ba kasebo esu no one ye reporter ebe ekasai na reporter no asem odi tu ye nim na chese tieflos se ne yire aja no afi wakwa akofo mpna na kudonku a wakwa akwaje besia de ama no waje besia ama no a wasefa woni ucha woni ni utwa asiri ono soso aja no enti wakwa akoto petro be se duba akumu no na wono akasa de ababa shedem ena wade nkrata egu ne so mattress ne ne manema ena wo testing na kire fo se monhwe me ma emame na me ma no wo school na me de mi ku me ho na ena anopa yi enso so ebra na nakwabra amprachum ono nso so etena ase no ono nso so ene yensa ntwereni enso so ekasa ewo asam kro ho adupako enso ekasa na wo mu nyina kasa ye mu no wo mama ne bo ne mu no ekyese wo kyerɛkyerɛ ni no wakeja ato no animu ahye ne ho dwere be ya sabre aposifo ene fire service for ena aba befa emu ne nso ne neyema no ede ekọ ayaresabia dupako nsam a wode fa na nakwabra mprachum so ede maye ana no pa morning drive so no yenko na yenko nkoti
ani ne de ba ye se teacher ni ekura madafo amene pa na ewo bi a opeka sasa o madafo amene chat student pa when you that the same area being
I see.
Chadi junior high school was back when we began the JHS na awale ana yere ana tie amwo kwara mi na mami ana abano ajawale iti no na abano ajawale no akode obi a le sia e se para para so out ba ku sia ana be ma no so akota so bi ya so anati na be ma de seja transparency no ba tina odo ba aso ju dem ma ba na ejiba na ma sia ba no to ala po na se akoti lo o ban ama so de le ma ma to akoti lo ban na wade asopọ so ba wo le di bayi ka de ka ba sa ba ba so kuru nti no na omi amanfo ti ma to be sen bo be le bi ni ka to bu o ba to ko tu ku ka lo ko so ko tu o mo so to ko tu a wa de be tu nti ka so wa de be tu ana ono e di ahye e da bi do no wa ka bo a ni ya ka ya no se ba bu tu e ya bi na asaro pa no da be jari e shi ni ba so ko du wa e o ba bi ya ni bi ya be ja ko fu nti mu ra ba ana wo se say at the devil one. Well, you now beginning of sending messages or force SMS. Edema, you call it teachers, maybe passion of say, the man always smooth here, I will come in my and you know that the popular one I'm for the last year on one, I'll come to see that.
Fox 97.9.
Jamie and my son Kawasan and our Sumwa. Or children need what in fear do a son and na yire ajana ne mpena ajana akwadulum elenti ahyane so amonu akoto petro na wodi ababa hyedem attest na kyerɛkyerɛfo se owu enti wo monhwɛ ne ma eman ampani ampani nuane ampa wodi petro no agu ne so aspagya atum amana hyedwere be se akwakɔ yesu ni awerɛho ewo niu adibiase ya manfo sabre abonyenye ewo hono ma ya kire wo saade we hwe na wanhwe so ensua
you free Sarah Hussein so mame ayare Hussein pa
embabu mema mo se mabu emma mienu jawa emansan se wo kokokun hu sa e dey pressure ko
ni kwan so yes o say cheche ni kwa obi a odi nim de hye mo fresh
ni kwan se wo ja wo ma no wo na nhwe wo
ayare Hussein
ye man kwada no ya akọ na ema no soso wo mo so ma je wo mani so yo mo pe bia wo mo saka obi anhwe ne ba
ayare Hussein yentu akase no so na yenko wie wo GPRT ekuo ni nkyeye enkra yensa aka e de afri GPRT ekuo ni nkyeye e kire se ye ka GPRT yo won na hwe car ahyirimfie wo ko bia ko firi ha kwadwo so a obi hia za kwakwakwofo ka wa wonto car no wa na ba kwakwatenam bia ne ade nti drivers union no e na wa ka won aboma wa kire wa dwen se senti ade no won e betutum na de nti won ba betutum nyina ko wie se wo se aban no ne mpanifo anhwe na fuel fango no ne buo no wa anya ntoto ya mfa ho na se enyina ne koye se enjebia ne atum a won so beto hyentiade ne mu afei wo se wona otonton spare parts de to wani mu kire se ankombe ya na spare parts ne buo no o mate so besi saa me no spare parts ne buo no yente so ne saa wonti no na won so ebehwe no ayenhye nsemi bra na mprachum tena se o Fox Morning Drive so no one WTPR e de ma GPRT ku no Samuel Amwa ebonkomo e ma odi nkyeremu sei e ma ayen
yeah, as DPRT body. Miss Wadu and I say, Boka is Miss Wafi, and Kanyamibe, I do my young Kotia Sintiaboso. So, we have to move in January, I bet this Adri, Nubia, my, and I may move home and yet taste Sukaka. Nabla, yet taste, the Diana will born one of the who says to get to get more consumed. Yabba transfer with a baby, I will be a school for a school. I will focus to a school. You are approaching the end of the year. I just a pressure and war a team for. This young Shen, I'm sure they are saying, I want to become pepe akwai su training and also combine in the and now you say during September, middle of the price winning window, now there was supposed to be an increment of petroleum products. At only a BB for Homa engineer Marbon, I'm a reflective pump on it. Then of the month in the use Kakra Ebekam. If you're lonely and I'm Sakoyanoswa, your class and it's on a trader, you're the any kutu sebe trabai no se omunhye ye aye bi ni so se nka afemu ni nyina na peka nka yeso ya chentu abonu ma de afeni ko na wiye no na nka omunhye ntimi so petroleum product ni se le be enkoso na at least yempen chafe no na nka tumemu ko ye huntimi hin hae ntisa krata na ba bonte no ne botai enye se bi aita na yepese etu ahyentu abonu na mu yesra ban no so onye bibi mfafa ngobo no se le be enkoso me yenso yenkotu ahyentu abonu
mbani se ka kumya jini kwa num ono nyamfo Samuel Amoa ono ene PRO ede MGPRT kwa no achi no ono nyamfo kwa mna mpratwum bisa ne se ade bi koso wo man mu ene okọ etafo a asa na abedu tafo no yebesi wo kwa mba miensa short no ene odi ana mom na GPRT ku no etu afa ene nso sei ene ono nyamfo Samuel Amoa ede tu yenim
enso ma uken pe yedi kan kwa edumudi wa atutu ahyentu apoto ene ade no GPRT Yanyane ntiye anati yanyane twesi bebise yekuo mani bi pa pepe immediately no the national general secretary no release mpani bo ni wika ta e koma regional brand no fall maseno na quickly no ya ye patare na oni nso aduma ye no so no ena nso freedom of participation no ekuo no do to degree and e bi kura nso mo tu ni ko bi e bi no se ekuo kan kuto ta de na yetu anamo na yɛtwe ɔbadwe abaso na yɛtinya mamo ayɛ de yɛsɛmɛ pata yɛmbra ɔmo nso ɔmo yɛ kaa tɔtɔt no yɛgya ne nteɛ papaapa yie a yɛreka sɛ yɛa na yɛsɛ passengerfoɔ no nkuankyɛ sɛ wofa kaa bi ɛwɔ station na sɛ ɔyɛ saa deɛ na quickly mu na wode report ɛde aba but mostly no bɛyɛ no na wawafoɔ no pii naa na saa adwumakyi ɔmu di nti wobɛbi saa passenger no a namba bi gye ɔde bɛfa wobɛsɛ na ɔnni yɛ record.
Deputy Public Relations Officer Edema GPRT Kuono Uninyamfio Samuel Amoa and Odessa Ansemi to Jabra Command Prachum Tina say Fox Morning Drive so
yada wase sawoni twen wakasebo emu na power specialist herbal hospital Dr. Nanayira Kosuadua ya wase wo ye 9-time award winner ewo hepatitis B entifa A ni C ni nyina bra na woni ni nyina fru so na nya ahoto wo fatty liver wo brebo no anwa ahyeni sei anasa srade ahyeni sei twon ya eku wo prostate enlargement ewo ho anase wo ulcer wo fibroid ana kidney stones wusa ena problem aba ho hawa ba ho compo nifra yade ben ena menka na menya bie Dr. Nanayira Kosuadua ya ase wa ya sabia kese miensa ye mfidi ahyema wosiesie ma doctor for papa bi egu ho ko na ye hwe yade ba bi abefa bia wo beti apo afe hebatin eba powder na ne mixture no eno nso so ebeboa wo na abusi immune system no adua ya heba malamix eno nso so beboa wo ayinti de egura ye ene typhoid ni nyina afiri wo so san nso so ena adua ya heba mixture no nso so eno so akwa heba mixture enso so etu ewa ase sana adua ya heba tonic mojaduro tobi na moja ni nyina brane na nipadua ni tumi ni adwuma kala heba mixture baby stew me system no na atumi aboa wo wo call leading heba shop bia anase pharmacy bia wo mayi mu a ndro ni bi wo ho kokotobi kwa enkran kwa benya APC road power hospital bus stop wa dua ya omo hospital kase ne ba ko wo ho kuma sife ya say bosomtwi road adua ya junction ene just bro filling station no ene di hwe ni mu akakra mu aduro aputuja Takrade ye energy estate Antaman Bank one ye ben Fla Doctor Nana Yira Kosedia ya was 0244 544 422 0244 544 422 and 0200 383831 wo frena wa pomoden agina admission eye New Oxford International School ye wo Kumasi Amakom ye be keti ya hwano mo wo fa afon kwantan so a ye ben anwemo clinic kwa ho na fa oba no ko na ye no ye je primary mfie mienu ekro no afi primary 1 to class 6 JHS ne ye 1 and 2 na die ntia so do ba ekọ New Oxford International School no yakali na wo ma twe wo mo da mufu a ye first second to none na wo do ba no kwa wana disu esi ne ye wo mo system education no library no and laboratory ni babia no ni nyina well equipped afe wo mo head wo innovation any problem solving skills no wo mo so king kong afe science and technology abosiem nyansape wo mo lab any wo mo library no nyina so ya ye no pamping ICT day 27 hours and I said 24/7 bibia wo ba ko bia sa bofra na epe computer bia wo benya classroom papa bi enframa fire ho na school bus pa na driver fo egumu a eno life no kra ya botade e hye ne ade ba be fa wo ba no wo hu aya hom ka keke ya do ba no be kwa ba afe ye wo akyerɛkyerɛfo papa akuku dam de ya so ne so aya tete wo mu ya kyerɛ bofra na de wo de oba na bon se ekuro kra afa ne bra na ye be kyerɛ na ama bibia ye kama New Oxford International School say ye won niema pi ye boa bofra no ema ne daachi besi ne ye cadet wo ho school band wo ho frɛ akyerɛkyerɛfo and asempanyifo e wo 0541 296858 0541 296858 and 026 0246 286662 0246 286662 and 0240401634 wo frɛ New Oxford International School panifo a ya be dia bofrɛ ya kyerɛkyerɛ no ama ne daachen esiniye
wakwa ya sabia ama doctor ka kyerɛ sɛ umugya eswati anampo wa wonam ho a wo nsa sɛ wani subru kakra sɛ wo fon na wo fon sɛ umugya awe kakra ne ade a waduro Nabel iron syrup Pokfarma Company Limited ne de Nabel iron syrup no aba ho ma wono a umugya aswate wanya anemia awe no na wo nante kakra bia na wo adwuma kakra bia na wo abrɛ no unya Nabel iron syrup ni bia eboa wo ama umugya no adoso bebre na ho etimi ayedin agina brane ayi wadwuma na wanya kakra egu botomu afei wo ba no so obeso onyini no ye buom me say abofra bia na wo de ne kɔ monten so na obi ampeso obeso nimu a na ye nanimu atotomu ntia abofra no betimi anyini na wanyini yi a na duro na hack multivitamin syrup onya na hack multivitamin syrup ni bi no ma eboa ma abofra no na abofra no anyini buom waye kama dubo jama aboya na obi a peso so nimu ba fichikromo ya wo tete wo waduro ye menstack de kanansa mwobu nsa pemenstak ne bi no mebeboa yawo a wotie no be ye fi ho eno nyina no Pokfarma Company Limited ene de aba Pokfarma de yenim se on eye yapom den faribai afei ne sciatica etete no sciatica ya rebone we so sisi akiri wo ya ho hie nyeyie yawo a wobetie no nya asemketoa be bia do wani kire na wanya yaresa amuzu herbal clinic afei bema fa bema ko ja Dr. Amuzu na on hwamwa nya bema no adwuma yie mfama na wonso timi gina se bema like reaction na hawo bema no fo na efon prostrate na hawo na mpo udi owusisi na etete wo ko Amuzu herbal clinic na won show afi de wanya stomach ulcer de no nso wanom nsa opese ujai no wo ko Amuzu herbal clinic oboa weak erection afi gonorrhea koko stroke na etete wo ya we bia hawo bia no wodi ane se wodi wani bekirem wa Amuzu herbal clinic ko na onshow ya we no emfama kuma sefo ye de ani kirem waterfront yeso Moro Market uduwa obehu Amuzu herbal clinic wana wo sunya ne nso de wani kirem area 3 enkran Madina station won eneme kom no ene bi hwe ne mu frɛ 0247776743 0247776743 na Amuzu herbal clinic enye so na nso unya wayaresa
ewie aha ene de wo ese osamofo ayeye raben anson abna crowd che akoba jase omo ene chief executive producer sama ye awie then in the chief video no from ede ema yen ye na ebeso mo awie eye oforo de ma de super duper international woman mene
kechi kwaku yeboa
na ye solid African Express audition ba Frank Taylor was yes ne kama wo ba betwa ne yopo eni wa fidie no mfiri wo mapo up next
first